Hello everybody and welcome to Coffee with Chloe in the morning. Okay, so I'm finally starting the stream at a somewhat reasonable time, which is good, but let me also try and make sure that I am following along with the stream. So there we go. And now if someone got my pixel stand and all that, so if someone does come to the chat and type something, I can see it. Previously in the videos, I only have my one screen, and I still haven't gotten my second monitor. So, but hell, I'm Chloe Lewis. I am the co-founder of the Marma Foundation. We are now officially a non-profit in Canada, so that's pretty cool. That happened officially on May 24th, 2022. So thank you, Ma, for that. Great to have the family support to get these things done. Look, generally I go live Monday to Friday as much as possible in the mornings, Easterns. Right now it's 7:09 a.m. in the Toronto area. And I kind of start with how do I leverage Web3 tech for social good. So I have this Near account, marmaj.near. It's secured by a ledger, which you could see on this screen, ledger connected. I can disconnect the ledger, but there you go, connect to your ledger device. And you know, I got some Near tokens in this account used for gas fees to spend the network. We have some Aurora tokens, which we'll dig into as well, some marmaj tokens, and the list continues. Pixel tokens, USN, actually no USN, but lots of various tokens in the Near ecosystem. We can check out different accounts on the Near ecosystem. So many times, like we have a Dao, for example, and so many times I will. Let's see if this works quickly. Error, so I'm going to have to refresh and log back in. They have lots of updates. This is the app in beta, and lots of updates here. So this is Pikespeak.ai. It allows you to dig into lots of different data on Near and see all the balance of the tokens in the DAO. You could start digging into NFTs. Are they showing that yet? No. Oh, maybe. Yes, it is showing all the NFTs we have. Or not all of them, but some of them. DAOs shows politicians. So it shows you which DAO is the most, has the largest treasury, and tries to show you like people's voting power and such. So you could see, if you could find Chloe somewhere here, you could see how much political power each person has in the community, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so we don't dig into this too much yet. It's in beta. We use it from time to time. I'm just going through the applications that I kind of use to support digging into different Near applications. So then there's Dao Stats, looking at all the different stats of the DAOs on Near. So you can get a general overview, right? But what we look at is this all users per DAO. So every time I go live, I try and showcase this number here. We're going for 1,000. But the idea is we want unique Near accounts, unique individuals, hopefully, to be coming to our community, requesting some sort of support. And we want to know that marmaj tokens are going to a wide data set of community members, not just to one or two people. So 142 is great so far, in my opinion. And we can kind of see here what some of those proposals sending marmaj tokens would be used for. So I am going to zoom in. I am going to start voting, and let's get through this. Actually, I'm going to start to show only active votes on the DAO, and I'm going to start from the bottom. Actually, sorry, I'm going to start from the top. So here we can look at the link first. The link gives us the proof or the logic behind why we should vote yes on something, I would hope. And so here we have May 8th, all the work done by Soph, Ocaso.near. Internal calls was previously approved. I guess this is a previously approved. Okay, just telling us that it was already approved. They used the Near indexer to query number of raid attempts. Coming soon for Pixel Dapps, but they've taken a long time. Logic, it does work pretty well and looks pretty cool in my opinion. You could see how many fights someone's gotten, and actually I am going to send this to I'm just sending this to one of the devs from Pixel Dapps that I speak to. I think you'll find it very cool. Sorry, let's continue though. I did not mean to just completely break away from that fully. Also, from 8th to 14th, there was official Assert server announcements. Okay, raffles are hopefully coming soon. And then preparing for server expansion, 20 marmaj. And then this week, server internal call, bounty pending. So hopefully the bounty works. Reverse engineered the stat rank, which seems interesting. Like taking the nude stats of heroes and then trying to see if we can find some new stat rank level. Cool. There's a calculator for modified stat rank. This is very interesting. I'll admit I don't get it fully yet, but I understand they're trying to like say if your normal stat rank is this number here, what would your modified stat rank be based on your level? Because your level makes your gear better. I don't know. Seems cool. Seems efficient. I closed the tab again, but we're gonna vote yes. We have a lot of things to vote on, and we're gonna get through it. Ocaso is request 20 marmaj per week from the marmaj DAO for their involvement in the marmaj community, supporting the Discord, supporting all the crypto heroes, bounties, and raid formation, and all of that. And that, in my opinion, that's at least relatively reasonable. Probably could be more reasonable. So here, oh wait. So this is something I'm interested to see. So we are going to vote yes to this contributors call. I like how she just, Okasa is just putting open link. Ooh. Oh, okay, it went to this heart instead of the actual call, I think. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it's going to the heart instead of the actual call. See, 3941 is the call. And if I copy this link and put it in my tab, 3942 is the link that was shared, which is totally fine. It's close enough. So I will vote yes on this proposal because council members are allowed to or are able to request one marmaj per call that they attend. The idea here is just to, again, continue to distribute marmaj tokens to core contributors to the community so that they are the ones able to decide how they want to use the treasury, how they want to use the tokens. Because it does kind of represent the treasury in some ways. Okay, so I'm excited to see how this does. Okasa is saying that there's a bounty done. Actually, you know what's going to be really interesting? Okay, so now I've already said there's multiple proposals where marmaj tokens are going out to different people. There are a ton of raid proposals that I'm just going to run through. Reason for that is if there's only one, okay, so if there's here, why not .near, 2 comments. For future reference, please mention first place for the on-chain record keeping just to justify the 1.69. So Okaso does come through and leave a comment about what happened or if we should vote. And so I am just going to run through, read the comment, and just click vote on most of these Crypto Heroes ones. So as long as it's a Crypto Heroes one and we have another council member or advisor that said, hey, this looks like it's good to go, we are going to vote yes. So let's just run through them first. We have a comment, approve. Yes, this is me technically, so of course I'm probably going to approve it. Again, approve. Awesome. We are going to, looks like this one's good to go as well. And I've already also vetted these quickly on Chloe.near, so they already have a vote. They have one yes vote already, but we are just, again, I'll look at it quickly, can approve. Thank you so much, Soph. Gordon Freeman, look at it quickly, can approve. So as you can see, there's lots of different proposals in the DAO where marmaj tokens are being distributed. 1.19 for anyone that's not coming first place, 1.69 for any team that comes first. There you go. There's two proposals here. We know that. This person came second. Yep. See, week 20, easy. And then we'll vote them all through after. So Alter Ego hosted easy, did not come first, so they got 1.19 plus 1. So you can see that there. 0x David, you can see again, approved. So there's many different dispersals or transfers going up from the DAO to many different community members. Again, these are all different people from around the world who have kind of come together as a community to learn about blockchain gaming, to come together and try and, collaborate and defeat, overcome a task, which is super cool to me. Okay, let's see. There are a lot of proposals. Okay. Voting them through, luckily, doesn't take too long. So this was the second proposal for the other 0.5. And then I think we're done. Oh, no, one more. Oh, two more. 3 more. Oh my gosh. And this is the one I did want to look over. So first of all, let's click the contributors call. Let's open the link. This one also didn't give the exact link, but I will copy the exact link again. And I will put it in the off-chain messaging. Close. I know sometimes, like on mobile devices or whatever, you sometimes can't get links to everything. So on mobile devices, sometimes it'll only give you a link to the message or whatever else. So no big deal. If you get the call right above, that's fine. I'm actually curious to see if this bounty works. And so whether or not she got the payout already, I will sign the bounty done completion. Oh, okay, let's just start voting. Okay, connect, approve. Then I'm just gonna sign locally. Connect, approve, sign locally, connect, approve. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Okay, 1 second. Ledger just locked on me, sadly. It happens. Okay, so probably because I was moving it too much or something like that. Connect, approve, manual approval, connect. I don't like having to connect manually every time. It's a bit frustrating. I would unknown error. Okay, so let's approve this one again. This is probably the one that my ledger logged out on. Failed to sign. That's a lie. I did sign. You just didn't do things properly. Okay, this is saying an error for some reason. This is saying an error. That's not cool. Connect. It's not what you want to see. Maybe because I opened 2 minutes at the same time, but like, shouldn't matter. Shouldn't matter. Right? They're working. They're just signing this many transactions at the same time is just causing some UI bugs, but we are good to go, ladies and gents. We are good to go. Okay. And once I'm done this, I will go through the rest of the fun. The Creatives DAO did get bricked. They did not make the upgrade in time to V3. And so the Creatives DAO is stuck on V2 forever. To the ground. And so we probably won't see as many DAO proposals for Creatives DAO voting in the near future. But we'll do that again once it's available. Okay, maybe I should just like go through and connect the ledger to all these pages. Approve. Approve. Ledger probably isn't used to signing this many transactions this quickly. Come on. I'm going to break my buttons eventually. Okay. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's so many. Connect. Connect. So many proposals. It's good though. What I'd like to do is actually very soon move away from people requesting their own bounties and move towards potentially, for example, Ocaso or Soph submitting one bounty for everyone. So the idea would be we'd have some sort of proposal, do it for a multi-call, and this multi-call would the near multi-call account is going to have a bunch of marmaj tokens on it eventually once we get this set up. And the idea is that Ocaso will just have to say these 16 players came first, these 16 players did not come first, please send out the appropriate amounts. And we know that first place players get 1.69, and we know that not first place gets 1.19, and then we know that people who lead the raid get an extra 1 marmaj. So it really is pretty easy to create some sort of smart contract, for example, that takes a party, a raid party. It'll know who's the leader in the raid party, who the other 7 are, and it'll know the place that the team comes. And so, in my opinion, just with that alone, we could probably create a pretty cool smart contract that's distributing some bounties. I would love if Pixel Heroes built this in themselves. It's been a long time coming though, but that is the future plan. The future plan is that we're still going to distribute marmaj. We're just going to automate it a bit more. And so we're not doing DAO proposals for every single dispersal. It'll hopefully be one DAO proposal to do a large dispersal once a week. This will be probably the first real test of near multi-call for our community. Okay, I don't know why I'm saying that, but we should have potentially no active proposals now. Okay, so 2 didn't work. This one specifically, which I'll just do first because it's a normal one, just to vote on a Crypto Heroes proposal. And then I will look, actually, let's just do it. Let's see if the bounties work. The bounties have not been working very well for me in the past. We do have a bounty up. It's pretty buggy in my opinion, but I'm always willing to experiment more with bounties on Astro and see if we can get them working. I think they're very useful. They just take a lot of time to organize. Okay, so technically it's saying Ocaso finished this bounty. Oh, I don't know why I can't see this one. Okay, details maybe? Let's see. Open link, a new tab. Maybe I can finalize this one finally. Time expired. This was a test. Who voted again? Chloe threw it out. Okay, let's see. I'm hoping I'll be able to throw this out. Does not work. Oh, because it expired. But I can't finalize it for some reason. No longer in any group. Okay. So this is kind of what I was talking about. I'm not sure how to finalize bounties. So maybe I'll just ask in the chat. You could, okay, to be fair, you could probably finalize it using the CLI. I'm asking in a very generic way because my question is more, is there a way to finalize this using the UI? If not, can there be? Because I think there should be. What I'm interested as well is, did that bounty just work? We just paid out a bounty to Ocaso for coming to the call, and it claimed. Okay, so Ocaso has been able to use the bounties appropriately, which is super cool. There's one by Ashley from January 30th, which is in progress, sadly. And then one from Create.near, which is expired in pending approval. And I can't seem to figure out how else to Oh, you can hide the bounty? That's cool. So you can hide it. That's not the same as... Okay, now I'm curious. Oh, that's so cool. So I wonder... Okay, well, it's okay. So it's working for someone. So I'm going to keep it up here. But I find it pretty cool that... because maybe we could have our Crypto Heroes bounties here. Like, I came first in Crypto Heroes, I get 1.69, or I came second. Anyway, it's too complex. Moving on from the DAO, since we finally have passed all the voting, and I'm just going to run to the next thing. As always, we are trying to level up our team. This is actually a pretty strong team. I'm going to take out the Hypolis, I guess. And actually, this is a pretty strong second team. So let's start by just going with a weak team that we don't care about first. No offense anyone here, but Gobbler, we're only leveling up for Crypto Heroes items. Goet, in my opinion, dies too easily. And Simly, we're just trying to level up because it looks cool. Nice. So, great job. I don't know how all three of these pets survived. Ooh, my coffee. The whole name of this stream is Coffee with Chloe. And I just talk too much. Now we died. That's normal. Now we're gonna go with our second team. So Archer and Nox with the Gabip. Gabip does need to level up a bit, but again, we are using kind of an averaged out team that should be able to get a couple of wins, hopefully. See, not bad. All three survived. So dehydrated too, but I'm blessed that the weather is warm and that I have water bottles that I can just get from my kitchen whenever I want. So inefficient though. I feel like we should just like get our pipes cleaned or something like that. I don't know. I'm sure there's someone out there who can come to your house, clean your pipes, make sure that test the water, make sure everything's good. Because our house definitely doesn't have the cleanest tap water, probably, like just because of the pipe. It's an old house and like whatever. We used to use Brita filters, but even that seems a little bit inefficient to just keep buying these Brita filters. I've always thought it was pretty cool to have like those little devices that clean whatever water comes out of the tap, and use like ionization or whatever to, I don't know how it works, but yeah, it ionizes the water and then makes it like really good for you or whatever. You can choose the pH level of the water based on the ionization. I don't know, man, but seems like a pretty efficient way to get water. Cost a few grand though, so obviously you're paying a lot for it off the bat. We're in first in the global leaderboard. We are probably first in the Clash leaderboard, so we can be nice. Maybe fight one more time because I want this pet to get to level 40 so I can see if it can evolve. So usually I'm playing for the experience more than I'm playing for like any money or economic gain. I think these games are kind of fun. They're very casual. I can just come in the morning and play for a bit. Oh, and then perfect. This gives me a chance to train this pet. So 32 pixel tokens. This is kind of the use case for the tokens in the game. And I can train my Bloatin a bit more. So it'll get a bit stronger. Tomorrow when I stream, God's willing, I can check and we'll see that. So, generally in Crypto Heroes, my Ranger, as I've shown previously, is quite weak. I have this random like necklace. It's not very good. So pretty much I just go to the dungeon, go to hell, and just try and level up. There's not much I can do with my Ranger. It can beat medium dungeon, which has a very low chance of giving me any gear. As you can see, my screen froze. Sad times. It happens all the time though. So I just close the tab, hit reopen close tab. It'll refresh the page, and the dungeon will be over. So on the blockchain, it happened normally. The UI just lagged a bit, and you can see it finished 23 seconds ago, or whatever. Then for the raid, I start with my second strongest character, so my knight. Oops, is the helmet on my knight? I hope so, because Without it, it's a lot less HP. So my helmet is on, top left corner, marmaj near. The boss has now 57,000 HP. I think yesterday was like 44,000. Marma will probably die. Actually, we probably won't win this fight. Oh, ow. 32,000 health. We got destroyed. Like, absolutely mashed up. Okay, so it's only Wednesday and we're in first. So I won't buy a potion yet. I'll probably buy a potion tomorrow or something. But you can instantly see the difference when I'm using Marma near the mage and, you know, top left-hand corner. My health probably won't even get touched with the boss around 58,000 health. I heal more than the boss hits for. So again, if I slow this down, the boss hits me for 275, I heal for 185. The boss hits someone else, so I heal again for 94. The boss doesn't hit me, I'm at full health. The boss doesn't hit me, yeah, okay. The boss didn't hit me again, but even if it's just me and the boss, I'll still be able to survive. So it's just me and the boss. The boss hits for 240, I heal for 109. Boss hits for 264, I heal. And so even if, so I dodge and then I healed for 219. So the amount that I heal and the amount that I dodge and the amount that I crit makes it so that I can, like, marmaj near the mage can take on the boss of 58,000 health, that difficulty, on its own. I don't need a potion. I don't need anything extra. I don't even need teammates technically. But obviously, as you can see, with teammates, it gets much easier. So with teammates, my health is at full. When I'm doing it on my own, my health drops over time. And eventually, based on random number generation, I would die, right? Because if you flip a coin 100 times, but the chances that you get 100 heads in a row is very low, but it's still technically possible. And so if you played forever, you would technically lose. And so having teammates, though, makes it almost statistically impossible because not only would the boss hit you, but the boss would have to hit you out of all 8. Anyways, doesn't matter. Statistics. We can look at the market, see if anything good's on there. I just searched by stat rank. It'll show you the highest stat rank item on the market. Ooh, okay. Okay. Now, I just came off saying my ranger is super weak. Okay, can't do nothing. And now someone is selling. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the legendaries in the market because it's exciting. Now, okay, I want both of these. Okay, but I don't need these. They would make my ranger much stronger. I have no ranger gear, to be fair. So, I bought a staff, right? I bought the better staff. I gave it to Bianca.near. My ranger is super weak. I actually want this item. Like, I might just buy it. Only the weapon. I don't really believe in buying armor anymore in this game. It doesn't seem like it makes much sense. But this weapon, doing 360 damage. Oh, but the stat rank is pretty low for a weapon. For a legendary weapon. 1200. As you could, the reason I'm saying that is this legendary weapon is at 1400, and then the one for Bianca, if I'm gonna creep onto Bianca's account right here, Bianca's is at 1516, and so that's definitely, I got that one for 9,000 pixel tokens, so quite cheap, quite inexpensive. So that was a good deal for sure. Sorry, I just wanted to check, and that's pretty cool. It's a bit expensive, but I want it. I definitely want it. Let's see. The helmet is cool. Armor. 1202 though, so it's better than these ones. And 1258. 1827. Oh, this is the person that's selling them. So you can see here on the leaderboard, Versa.near is the one selling these items. They only have these two, and arguably the weapon is the best ranger weapon in the game. There doesn't seem to be a better ranger weapon in the game. And so that could influence my decision. Like, maybe it's worth it. But I would want to pay a bit less. I don't know. Why not? If I got the staff for less. But that would be cool. I'd probably give it to Chloe.near, to be completely fair. Okay, well, that's not cool. Close. Reopen, close tab. Let's see. I can't remember what Chloe.near has. I know the knight is strong here. But the knight is kind of like, I don't think the knight will ever really be able to do too much. It's more just like, okay, I really like this helmet. The 1600 for the sword, so it's like just good gear. But being able to get this ranger with a better weapon would be super cool as well. So something to think about. I'll probably end up buying it soon if I, we'll see. For the Marmaj Foundation though, so maybe I'll wait till I farm enough. Anyways, looking at ref finance, honestly, not much has changed. Not much going on in the DeFi space in general. USN still lagging a bit behind USDT. So one thing I'm looking at every day is, when will USN take the #1 spot on Near for the stablecoin? In my opinion, that's very important. And then past that, it just becomes how large does USN get? So $49 million of USN on ref is all right. I'd probably want to see at least 100 mil and be first place on ref, because we're going to see USN on Burrow, on Bastion, on Origami, on Tri-Solaris, and so USN is going to proliferate, but excited to kind of see it start off on ref, and some stuff starting on ref soon as well. Okay, down to Marma J, doing all right. 5.9, obviously not great in terms of the volume, not great in terms of the price, but that's to be expected. The market is not doing great so far, and yeah, that's just to be expected, to be fair. We could even look at the pools. Like, I'll look at the pools and see like how the pool's doing. Honestly, again, not the best. We're generating like 70 cents on our pool. Generally, we don't necessarily try and generate too much fees off of our pool. We have them to try and generate volume and support the traders in the ecosystem. But volume in general is just pretty low these days. The main volume is coming through stablecoins, but even then, $50 million, $1 million of volume is not what you want to see normally. 28 million to 4.3 million, much better. 10% utilization would be about 2.8, so we're about 20% utilization almost. That's awesome. WBTC, pretty terrible. ETH, pretty terrible. USDC, again, doing all right. So you can see where most of the volume is coming from. Even Ref, not doing that bad, about 8% utilization. But we'd want to see it a lot better. ST Near, though, very proud of ST Near at about 5% utilization, which is great. And then for the farms, there's some new farms coming and lots of new stuff happening. Like the Marmaj ST Near pool is going to have 8 rewards coming up soon. Oh, I actually did want to put those proposals up today. I'm sorry. But I will do it after I claim. And I'll go through something else first, and then I'll come back and do it. Okay, so we're going to claim all these tokens from our farming on Ref Finance. And then, so $104 a day just about. So it is kind of steadily coming down. I think at the high it was like around $400 a day, and then now at the low is around $100 a day. Makes sense considering Ref was around $4 and now Ref's 57 cents. And we're going to withdraw anything that's above $5 USD in value. It's a very arbitrary number, but it does, help me not to waste gas fees withdrawing tokens that I'm not going to use for a week or whatever. Keeps me withdrawing tokens that I'm actually going to use. Okay. A meeting soon. Oh my gosh. 8:30 in the morning, I think. We got some time still. Okay, so I still got $15 in rewards from 4 farms. but not going to worry about that too much at the moment. The next thing we're going to do is look at our DAO and look at the funds in the DAO and remind us, okay, first of all, we're going to duplicate the tab. Okay, so we're going to make a bunch of proposals right now. I'm actually going to pin this and put it beside so it's easier to look at. And then I'm going to add proposals like this. So the way this is going to work is I'm going to be sending refchef.near. Okay, that's the target. And we're going to double check everything I do here. I'm going to get this on live so that I can showcase how this works. It's not very complicated, but still. Okay. So we know this is the right account because it's interacting with the DAO, the ref DAO. It's transferring Cello token, Olive Bridge token. So we know this is the right token. Refchef.near. And we know what we're trying to send, right? So we can go to the council. Let's see, the marmaj council. Oh my gosh. Sorry. Where is it? Sorry, I have a lot of message in here. Marmaj council, and I put it right here. Okay. So, first things first, maybe we keep it really simple. We need to send all of these tokens, okay, to refchef.near. So let's close this. Let's let's keep this full screen. So the description is maybe marmaj st near June farm rewards. Okay. And then maybe just the token that I'm doing, or just like 1 out of 8. Oops. And let's just try and do it in order. So the first one is Metapool. Okay. So I'm pretty sure Metapool is st near. Okay. And then when it's asking for the farm rewards, I think I'm going to use the link specifically. Actually, I was going to use the link for the farm. But in my opinion, what makes more sense is using the link for the actual pool, which also allows you to go to the farm. So we are going to say, hey, this is for pool 553. And the amount we need to send is 35.1. Okay, so 35.1 st near is going to refchef.near. And here we go. This should be simple enough. It's for marmaj to st near June farm rewards. Maybe I'll even write June 2022 to be like super specific. The link is there for ref. This looks good. And we're not going to vote on these yet. We are just using this time to put the proposals up so everyone can see, so everyone can understand, and hopefully there's no confusion at all about what's going on. This will also add the storage deposit for refchef. This will add the proposal to the DAO. It takes much longer than using them all. It takes about the same time using multi-call. It's not as efficient as using near multi-call like I did last month. But multi-call at the moment is not very efficient either for doing this. Okay, so that's 1 out of 8. Okay. Now we are just going to click the plus sign again. It doesn't really, okay, yeah, it's going to be annoying, isn't it? Okay, 2 out of 8. We are going to take this link once again, and we are going to specify, I'm not even going to write it, I am going to copy and paste it, because knowing me, I will just make a mistake somewhere. Refchef.near, and the second token will be marmaj, and we are sending 35.1. So we come down here, we find Marmaj, we do 35.1, and it looks good. This is token 2 out of 8. Okay. Looks good to me. 35.1, ref chop.near, propose. The first transaction that goes through, well, first it'll make me connect my ledger. Okay, no big deal. Then the first, you can even look at more information. The first transaction that goes through the storage deposit for the token for ref chef.near, and then add proposal. So relatively straightforward. That's all stuff we want to do. We probably don't need to add a storage deposit first, but it is generally, I guess, good practice to double check and make sure if storage is there. I would appreciate if it would just double check on chain instead of making me pay to check, but hey, it is what it is. Okay. So that is 2 out of 8. Okay. Now, the other token we need is Meta token. And that one we need 3,510. So that's Meta right here, the Meta token. And so we are going to copy, we are going to copy and paste this. We are going to hit add. We are going to say, okay, for the third, oops, I just messed up already. Okay, it's okay, it happens. I didn't mess up, but I'm doing this out of 8. And so it should, now it's going to be 9 probably. That's okay. We'll see. So we have Meta, we have 3510, we have ref chef dot near, and this so far looks good to me. I'm kind of getting, you know, as I do this on the stream as well, because it makes me focus a lot more. Also, as I do 2 or 3 or 4 of them, I start getting the hang of it. I start remembering, like, okay, storage deposit. Storage deposit first, then the transfer. Oh gosh, hopefully it's not going to cause any issues. I'm not in the mood. Yeah, I might have to. Let's try this again. And ledgers do weird things sometimes. So there we go. We're good. Okay. So hopefully that one went through. Oh, since we're here, right? I already clicked the page. Might as well. Okay, so that's 3 out of 8 to send the Meta to Ref Chef. That's stressful. Very stressful. Sorry, it's just, it says Meta and shows Marmaj. It's not what I want to see, right? Because what if it said Marmaj or something? I don't know. Not cool. Okay, so looking good so far. We're sending 35.1 ST near, 35.1 Marmaj, and 3,510 Meta. So let's continue. Since we know there's going to be at least 8 of these things, right? So, oops. Okay, yeah, it does it all the time. So for 4 out of 8, and for the exact same pool, right? This is for rewards on this pool. And again, we know that it's going to be ref chef down here. So copying and pasting all of that really does help me get things done a lot quicker without making mistakes. And then we have PXT. So again, with PXT, we're going to be sending the same larger amount. So 3,510. And we can propose. So basically the way it works is if a token's under $1, like well under $1, we try and send 3,000, what's it called? We try and send 3,510. If the token is exactly $1, like a stable coin, we try and send 351. Okay. And if the token is well above $1, like even $1, you know, $2, $2.50, $3, we send 35.1. The reason is because that ends up being 8.19 per week. And that's how much we distribute. 8.19 Marmaj per week. And so we generally just make it a 31-day farm. We send the tokens in, and it goes through like that. Okay, so that's for PXT. That is the fourth one. Now we're on to the fifth one for the same pool to the same refchef.near. And we are sending XREF. So again, XREF technically now is under $1. So technically we could send 350 of them. But just a few minutes ago, ref was $4. And so we don't want to assume ref is only 60, 70 cents when that can change very quickly. So we are going to keep the XREF at 35.1 and more likely just hope that ref goes back up. So, okay, XREF to refchef.near. This is reward 5 out of 8. We're going to connect the ledger, drink my coffee, approve the transaction. One-handed ledger signing. Look at that. Much easier with two hands though, so I will use that for the next one. Okay. Then. Okay, so that was XREF. That was 5 out of 6. Now we are doing 6 out of 8. For this pool to refchef.near. And this one is for, okay, yeah, so this was my mistake. This is where I am going to have to fix it somewhat. So first things first, we are trying to send 35.1 Aurora. So there we go. Let's just take out 135.1. Keep this really simple, ladies and gentlemen, really simple. So we're going to withdraw from Burrow. We're not going to go too deeply into Burrow at the moment. We just know we're going to withdraw from Burrow. It's going to give us 135 Aurora tokens out of the Burrow platform, and we will send 35 point, well, if you look at this, I'm just going to manually send some to the Dao. So we're going to go to the Aurora token. I had 15 before. We are going to then say, okay, I want to take 30, what was it? So 36, for example, and send that to, again, I always copy and paste just because you never know when you're going to hit the keyboard wrong or just big green check mark. It makes me feel very safe using the wallet, to be fair. Copy pasting, big green check marks is the way to go on UX, in my opinion, and UI features. So there you go. Now the Marma J DAO, first of all, we're going to do a storage deposit first to make sure the Marma J DAO can accept Aurora, which is important because the Marma J DAO has never had Aurora before. And then we are going to be able to transfer the Aurora to the Marma J DAO. Awesome. And now when I make a proposal, we'll be able to select Aurora from this drop down. Same with USN. We don't have enough USN yet. That's okay. We will send them. So the next two, 6 out of 8 is for, sorry, I'm just going to duplicate them so that it's really simple for me to remember what's going on. Right? So, wait. Is it 8? Am I doing something wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I did it perfectly. Perfectly enough, I guess. So 6 out of 8. 7 out of 8 is USN, 351 of them, to refchef.near. And the good thing is I don't actually have to vote this through yet, right? So we don't have to actually we don't have 310 USN. We don't have to have 351 USN. When we vote it through, we do, right? Or else it will fail. But for now, we don't have to have all the USN required. Okay, so this is 7 out of 8 right here for the USN. This one technically is for the Aurora, but I mean, I'm gonna have to refresh the page for it, so that was kind of silly. Because it probably won't show up immediately. So maybe for, well, I want it to be in order because I'm just like that. So maybe I will just refresh the page. Or refresh this at least. See if the Aurora shows up on this page. It does not show up yet. So this is just us waiting for the indexer, but this kind of where I was showing Pikespeak is quite useful. And so let's do it again. Well, it's still receiving data from the contract. Could take some time. Let's refresh the page again and see what we see. No Aurora in my opinion though. But if I go to Pikespeak and I go to Wallet Explorer, I type in the Dao, I will instantly see the Aurora. I know immediately the tokens I have for the Marmaj Dao, and it is instant and quick, and I know what's going on. When I go to the Dao, I'm kind of still waiting. I don't know what's happening. I can't, like when I go to proposal, I still can't select Aurora from the drop down. In my opinion, it's kind of troublesome and problemsome, but it's okay. Okay, and then we are going to duplicate one more time just so that we can get everything in. So add proposal, because the 8th one is just a redo of the other ones. So it's actually, we're not using the same pool anymore. So let me make sure the other ones all have it. Pool 553, pool 553. This one's not going to be pool 553 because it isn't for that. This one is for the ref W near pool. It's like pool 2 or 3 or 20 or something. Pool 79. Okay, so for pool 79, we will be sending Marmaj tokens. We will be sending them still to ref chef.near. The amount is different though. The amount is 81. And these 81 Marmaj tokens get distributed a little bit differently. So if you go to the farm section, we are actually distributing 19 Marmaj per week in this farm. Okay, so 8 out of 8 is done. We are getting 81 Marmaj to ref chef. This one's done. We're giving 351 USN to ref chef. This one's the only one that we're still kind of waiting for, because we are waiting for the Aurora to show up. And shouldn't take too long. I do want to do it in order with that as well. We might just have to go on to something else and then come back and then see. Kind of sucks though. Okay. This is done, this is done, this is done, this is done. We are still hoping to obviously withdraw a bit more Aurora from those that remembered yesterday. We're hoping to always keep about 819 Aurora here. The rest of the Aurora will go over the Rainbow Bridge, so we can showcase that as well. So for example, we are going to take funds from marmaj.near to this 0x71610. It'll show us our balances on near. So we have some Aurora tokens. Nice. We're going to say, hey, send the max. So confirm transfer. And this is on the near wallet. So we are going to connect our ledger. We're going to interact with the Rainbow Bridge application. And we are going to FT transfer call. We're sending Aurora tokens to the bridge. It's actually quite straightforward, quite simple. We're just saying, hey, bridge, I'm sending you these tokens called Aurora from marmaj.near. Please allow this certain Ethereum account to be able to have them. And so I can send anyone on Ethereum some tokens, which is pretty cool to me, because I could be like funding a DAO or funding a charity that's on Ethereum and do it through Aurora. I mean, that just seems pretty epic to me. And so now that I'm here, I can instantly see I used to have 43 Aurora. When I click this button, or in a few seconds when the UI updates, there you go. 157 Aurora. And now all I'm going to do is say, hey, I want to supply the max Aurora, please, so that I can increase my collateral. So we talked about this a bit yesterday as well. Oops. I definitely need to go from the near outer to the application on my ledger. The little MetaMask application pops up. You can see the fees that you're paying. Aurora has free transaction fees as well with Aurora Plus, but I've got to dig more into that. So yeah, this will help. lower my collateralization ratio. So before I was like 80%, 81%. I guess now I'm probably quite a bit lower than that. Oops, I have to actually sign it. I always forget to sign on the Ethereum application. On Near, it's very simple to me. It just redirects, makes me sign, big button pops up, redirect back. I'm just not used to Ethereum stuff anymore. But I like Aurora because it allows me to practice and still get used to Ethereum stuff, Ethereum tooling, while still building on and supporting the Near ecosystem. And then we're going to do one more thing on Bastion. The Bastion loop's pretty quick. We pretty much take funds from, for example, from Burrow. Like let's say we earn something from Burrow. We want to move something over the bridge. Generally what will happen is if we earn any Burr tokens, they'll either stay here or they'll go to Ref or something like that. Any Aurora that's earned here will be sent over to Burrow as an example, and then we will be earning some Burrow tokens. And so, for example, my borrow limit was around 81%. Now it's at 75%. I like that much better. We could loop through, but that's insane in my opinion for these tokens. So what we're going to do is we are going to come here, right? Unclaimed rewards, 9.24, whatever. So we are going to claim those Bastion rewards. As you can see, we earn about 10 Bastion a day, and we have around 9.42. So in the past day, that's what we earned. We stream every day, and so you can kind of see how much we're able to earn. I don't think Bastion's worth that much, so I don't think we're earning any kind of like crazy returns on this right now. But we are earning a good amount of Aurora each day. It's 230% supply APY at the moment, which is insane to me. Although it's APY and not APR, so that's interesting. But I'll give it to them for now. So yes, as we withdraw here, we're going to move things over to Bastion. We are going to keep refreshing here to see if, oh, there we go. 36 Aurora. And let's see if it just shows up here. Oh, that would have been really nice though, eh? So we are going to have to refresh the page for 6 out of 8. So plus. Okay. So it is Aurora. It is 35.1. It is Ref Chef. And it is for pool 553. Okay, this looks good. So 5 out of 8 is for, oop, that's not correct. 6 out of 8 is for Aurora, 7 out of 8 is for USN, and 8 out of 8 is for Marmaj. And then the only token that we don't have enough of in the DAO is USN, because USN we only have 10 of them. But for now, very quickly, oops, I think we're still on the Ethereum platform. I gotta make sure I switch back first before I do anything. So we have only a little bit of Bastion, but the last thing we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure we stake our Bastion before we go. So we take our Bastion, it gets deposited into the pool, and we earn about 15% a year in Bastion. So yeah, nothing too extravagant. It's just the flow that we take. We are earning Aurora tokens, we're earning Bastion. We don't really touch the Aurora tokens, but we take the Bastion, we reinvest it. That's about it. Eventually, for example, when we have removed a bunch of Aurora from here and it's down to 819, and most of our Aurora is sitting in Bastion, we will be withdrawing some Aurora every month, around 35 of them, to be used in the ref rewards. So as you can see, it takes 35.1 Aurora a month for rewards. So as long as we're earning at least 40 Aurora a month in rewards, we should be okay. And we earn around 4 Aurora a day at the moment on Bastion. So it works pretty well overall at the moment. No complaints. That's not always going to be the case, but maybe eventually we can get some sponsors from Aurora, or get some grant funding from the Aurora grants team so that we can continue educating people on what's happening on Aurora, which is kind of the long-term plan for most of this, right? We get grant funding to support grant to build long-term sustainability in our ecosystem. I have 12 cents worth of Bastion. I'm rich. Anyways, let's move on to voting these through. Okay, so 6 out of 8, 7 out of 8, 8 out of 8. Oops! Haha! I almost messed this up. So it's actually not the marmaj ST near rewards. It is, let's see, Ref W near rewards. Ref W near June rewards. And then we'll start from here, propose them one at a time. And then before Friday, we'll vote. So in my opinion, I'm going to vote on them tomorrow. I told the ref team that I would send the tokens before Friday. And so to me, I can do it on Friday too, we'll see. But before Friday just means that they'll be sent Thursday or Friday. And I don't stream over the weekends. And of course, I want to do it while I'm streaming. And so Friday will be the last reasonable day to do it, which is fine. Okay, 6 out of 8 is done. 7 out of 8, here we go. Connect ledger. Add proposal. Interesting. This one's not. Oh shoot, is this not going to work? The USN one might not work. Let's try it. Let's try it. I mean, I won't know till later, but USN does work a bit differently. I've heard it's been fixed, or it will be fixed in the next release, but I actually don't know if it's been fixed already. So I'm going to leave a comment saying USN transfer may not work. Okay. And then it keeps showing different pictures, but I think if I refresh the page, it'll fix the picture. There you go. No picture's fine. I don't want to see a wrong picture. So let's close this tab. 5 out of 8. Let's close this tab. And this is the last one. 8 out of 8 for Ref W near pool 7981 marmaj. And see, this one will ask me to pay a storage deposit again. But maybe the way they fixed it was actually that USN doesn't need a storage deposit. Maybe everyone already has storage for USN. I really don't know. USN is a weird contract. It doesn't end in .near. It's kind of different than most of the other things on near, to be honest. Man, and then literally this stream is going to go right into our next meeting. But that's all right. Let's close this. Let's close this. Let's see what we got. Okay, so all the proposals are here. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Perfect. That is all the proposals to go out for June farming rewards. Bastion, quite simple. Burrow, we're still waiting for the percent to change. There was a Dao vote for Burrow Dao to change the ratios, and I think they didn't vote it through yet, which is kind of sad. Proposals. Yeah, I'm not sure why they didn't vote this through yet. I wish they'd hurry up and vote it through, because once they update the asset, there'll be a lot more funds to withdraw. I can even this out. So hopefully by tomorrow, I meant to do it on this call today, but hopefully by tomorrow, we will have Burrow at exactly 819, so we don't have to do as much. We can just showcase it. All the other funds will be in Bastion, so again, we don't have to do much. We just have to showcase the flow of, withdrawing the Bastion tokens and then depositing them. We do have the Gorilla Shops now, so spreadthelove.gallery does go into my own page. So you can hit login with Near, you can connect your ledger, you can hit next, and this will log you in to Mintbase actually, which is pretty cool, to be able to use the Spread the Love store. And so you can just come here, view a poem, for example, and then just buy it right here, which I think is pretty cool, right? I got to add more poems to this, but I think it's doing pretty well so far. Okay, and I think that's it. Thanks everyone for potentially watching this at a later date. I think that hopefully people are able to learn a lot from what we're doing here and how we're showing how we're leveraging Web3 tech for social good, getting tokens as an individual, kind of interacting with these tokens as a DAO or as a community, having various liquidity pools to support each of these communities, and then aggregating all of that support to one token, distributing that token in our DAO through a variety of methods, having a farm for that token so we can distribute a variety of ecosystem tokens. That's kind of like the base that we have so far. And then getting into some lending as well so that we can start supporting the ecosystem more and using the funds that we earn to then again add to the farm and distribute support to the ecosystem. But yeah, hopefully this is all helpful to some degree for people, and God's willing, I'll be here tomorrow streaming again. Bye everyone.